Alright guys, so it's been maybe 2 years now since I made a video. So I'll try to take off where we left off. So what's happened is we turboed the red AU. I started trying to tune it on the computer. I was doing some sort of tuning on it, you could call it that. It was working to an extent, but we're using a J3 chip, and you know, I didn't even end up bothering to put it in the car because I was like, this is just, you know, I'm going to be chasing my tail forever. It's a bit of a waste of time. Like, I could just buy the tune off someone of TI Performance. It would probably run better than whatever I was going to do. But, you know, I might put a Howtech in it, who knows. So that's why everything kind of stopped. So, but what we're going to do today is we're not going to look at the red AU, unfortunately. You see it, but we're going to look at the black Skyline. So I want to try and sell it. That took up a lot of content for ages. Nothing really happened with it. It took like 3 years. Did a whole maybe more. Did a whole respray of the car, sand it back to bare metal. Primed it with an epoxy primer. Basically, I didn't realize at the time primer was porous, so it rained on it. I left it in primer. It rusted again. I had to redo the whole thing. Ended up doing it, you know, probably re-sand it back to metal 2 or 3 times. And in that same spot, maybe 5 years before, I tried to do another R33, and the same thing when I was working as a mechanic in Sydney. Didn't have time to do it. I'd get the weekends to do it. I'd paint it, come back for the next weekend, and it's all rusted. And then like I never got to finish the car, so I tried to do it again, and it was like I was just losing my mind, you know. It was take 2, and it took 3 years to do it. So mainly because we're doing it outside. Like if we're doing it indoors, heaps quicker because you don't have to worry about elements and like too hot to paint, too cold, too windy, too this, that. So we'll get into it. We're gonna look at the black R33 today. So if you're wondering, that's the red AU, that's where she's still at. It's been sitting there like that for a couple of years now. Rebuilt the whole motor, so it's good to go. It's turboed. Needs a tune really. I resprayed the cab with a 2K paint, and then the back, the tub, I never did. But then I came up with this crazy idea that if I put an alley tray on it, I don't have to paint the tub. So I did that on purpose, you know. I didn't paint the tub on purpose actually. The Skyline's actually finished paint wise. Engine bay I haven't done because I pulled the whole motor out if I was going to do that, so it's just a whole new can of worms. She's got the rotor grids on it. Looks pretty good. Oh fuck, that's not very good. Just opened the car door into a bloody motorbike, and then now it's stuck there. So some spiders have made their home inside this vehicle. So we've got the whole interior back in. How cool is that? It never came with a roof lining, but that's alright. It's got some caliber boost gauge, must be a super cheap auto special. A crazy painted dash, like it's got red plastics on it to match the former color of the car. We've got this crazy switchboard that has been put in the car, and no ignition barrel. So you'd almost think this car was stolen. I've actually had it checked out probably about 4 times because I keep thinking, oh, maybe it is stolen, and then I look up the VIN and no, it's not. So I don't know who in their right mind molested this car to this extent, but I can tell you they're sick in their head. If you've seen what this car looked like when we first got it, and it had all fishnet headlights that have been painted and masking tape, silhouette, S&R auto, whatever, painted in sky blue Australian export, you would actually know what I'm talking about. This car looks like it lived at a Catholic church from about the age of 3 to 8. That's how messed with it was. Alright, so today we're gonna actually try and get this thing working. See what we can do to her. So first things first, she's been sitting there for a long time. Might be a good idea to try and see if the engine still turns over. It may be seized, but I'm doubtful it is. So what we got is a 27mm socket, I believe. Yep, 27. And we're gonna put it on the harmonic balancer bolt and then rotate the engine manually, because the last time I tried to start this car, the starter motor wouldn't turn over. But then I just think it's something to do with all the crazy wiring, or the starter motors maybe just stuffed, you know. We'll see how we go. Alright, so if any luck, we won't have to really jack the car up. I should be able to just wiggle in here. I gotta watch out for the radiator, don't want to be crushing that. So we're on. Motor spin. And we want to make sure we can get at least a full rotation. Alright, it's definitely still got some compression in it, that's for sure. Fucking hell. Alright. The motor is not seized. Alright, so the engine is not seized. The motor turns over quite well. So now we need to try and see if the starter motor will work. But before we do that, maybe we should put new oil in the motor, because it has been sitting there for about 4 to 5 years with the same oil in it. Alright, so hopefully I've picked the right spanner. Now I'm under the car. Let's see how she goes. First try. Oh yeah, pick the right size first go. Alright, so we got the oil loss. See how she looks. What do you guys reckon she's gonna look like? I reckon it's gonna be like water, just with no viscosity. Oh, how's that? I wasn't even filming it, I was filming the air. Wow. So we got that nice little bit of oil coming out of the car. It is red. The oil is red. Alright guys, so I haven't actually been filming it, but I've got the car to turn over. It's like another 2 days or something's gone by. I had to go to work, whatever. So I've had the Skyline. I've hooked the battery up in the boot and just no power. I wasn't getting power from the boot to the inside cab of the car. So if you know R33s, they've actually got auxiliary power terminals in the engine bay because they factory have the battery in the boot. So I've hooked up a battery with jump leads to the auxiliary terminals in the engine bay, and that got power straight away. I tried a normal R33 battery I've running in my sedan. It's the battery that's meant for the car, which I think it's a little bit small. So I've got a bigger battery that I have from R31. That's been dead though. So I tried it. The car was turning over with it, but then it'd been sitting there. The battery just didn't work. It needed a charge. It's had to charge for days now, so we're gonna have a good crack at trying to start this thing today. It's got new fuel in it, new oil, like, yeah. I haven't started it since it's been painted, so it'd be sick, like, to see it running, all painted up, actually completed. Smiling at me. I think she's excited about this whole experience. She feels a lot happier about herself now. She's out of the hands of those sick fucks that touched her up all wrong, in the wrong places. So I think she might be nice to me today. Let's try and get her going. See if she wants to play nice. That's what I was talking about, the gearbox. Doesn't, like, the gear knob's not tight, so I was like trying to move and it's just like spinning in my hand. Anyway, we'll turn her on. She always makes these weird sounds. I don't know what it is. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, there we go. Fuck off. Can't believe it. My phone's got no memory on it because I need to get a new phone. I've got so much stuff on it. The car just like fired up and started, and then it stopped recording, saying, "Oh, you've got no memory on your phone." See, it does this thing. Oh, just come on, girl. Come on. Don't do this. You just went. You just went. She just went, and then like the video and the car both just stopped at the same time. It's crazy. Try again. Come on. All right. Let's spray some sort of propellants into the intakes. See what that does. All right, so I want to spray. I don't have any throttle body cleaner that I don't want to look for it. Just gonna use some brake cleaner. Should do the same thing hopefully. Pulling off this little hose here. See, that's past the throttle body into the intake manifold. Good thing about this is it's got a little nozzle on it, so I can stick that down there, stick it in, and just kind of spray it in there. Don't put too much, it might blow up. And just put the hose back on. See if that does anything. Alright, we're back in the Skyline. I just got after pumping the stuff in, I just got a business phone call for ages, so I didn't know if the stuff's gone, so I pumped more in, so there's heaps of it in there. We'll try start it. Oh, what the hell? What the hell? The clutch just went rock solid. Oh my god. Come on. She went. You heard that? She's going. We just gotta sort her out, sort of little problems out, get the fuel flowing through her. She'll run. So I've noticed there's no, I went to change the fuel filter. I noticed it's bone dry, so I'm gonna try and actually pump some of this through the old filter and then put the new one on. I don't know what terminal's what on here, so what I'm going to do is actually pull the pump out, and then I can see what wires are going to the pump to what terminals, and then power it from the top nice and easy, because I don't think we're getting power potentially, and I'll be able to test that after I work out what's what by pulling it out. I tried to look on the internet, and couldn't really find much, you know, so let's try the old-fashioned way, pull it out. Alright, so we'll pop the lid, got it off, A lot of fuel pumps will actually just come out with this, but for some reason this, so I pulled 33 pumps out before and they've come out in one piece, but this one just seems to be all fixed down in the bottom. So all we need anyway though is, you can see that red wire and black wire, the big thick ones, and that is going to the first pin is red and the back pin is the black one. So when we put it back in, yeah, connect up the front red, back earth, see if it works. Right, so we've come to a conclusion with the Skyline. The fuel pump is not working. We're going to put a new fuel pump in it. It's going to be a whole new episode in itself. Something we've just got in the mail now, it's going to also be a new episode, little sneak peek, is we've got these new rotors and pads for a four-wheel drive. Not a bad deal. Not a bad deal at all for 120 bucks. Pads and rotors, almost unheard of. A mechanic probably doesn't like the sound of that.